how you approach a customer is very important, because as I said quite early before that they don't really want it. They'll encourage you, but they don't really want you if they can use you as a leverage to get their price down from their current supplier.
Okay. And I'm just going to extrapolate from what you said there. There's probably unlikely to be information about pricing available to the public.
Generally, you won't get. You'll only get price indications unless you've done inside. Unless you get inside information from the customers.
Okay, so there's not sort of a benchmark rate that you would be able to use.
I can give you typical pricing, but it'll vary from customer to customer, and particularly when you get to the higher value product areas, it'll be very much by negotiation, and you almost have to go material by material. But as I said before, sometimes if you're looking at what the impurities are, it's not the total number of impurities or the total amount of impurities. It can be what exactly are the impurities.
Okay, so are you able to give us typical pricing for sand coming out of Australia? So maybe some of the places that you've mentioned, like CFSM and Aussand and the Tasmanian producer that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, glass grade is probably US 25 FOB. Same for foundry. Fracking sand, that's a big market in America, and it could be. Are you interested in fracking sand?
Yep.
Fracking sand, American pricing is usually about between US 90 to about $200 a tonne. But again, depends on which one you're looking at, which sizing. You can do filter grade sand, generally a bit more expensive, maybe up to US 40 a tonne FOB. If you go to silica flour, which is the mill material, maybe about 100 US a tonne. These are very indicative pricing.
And this is all FOB, is that?
Yeah, these are all FOB type pricing. If you look at, let me just have a look here. Cambodia at the moment is it's getting into Taiwan at about 30 US. Australians getting there at about 50 US. So there's quite a big price differential. Vietnam's about 35. So it's and that's where the problem is, that you've got these two low-cost producers who are putting a dampener on Australian prices going up.
So Richard, it's Thomas here. Is there a difference in price between sheet glass and high transparency glass and liquid crystal glass? Sodium?
Oh yeah, very much so, Thomas. I did have a price for the Tasmanian flour, but I don't have it in front of me at the moment. I'm sorry, but it's probably a couple of $100 a tonne.
For the
FOB.
And that's for the high quality stuff that goes into LCD glass?
Yeah, that's right. You've got material that's only a couple of hundred ppm impurities.
But this would be the end price. That wouldn't be the price which the miner achieves, would it?
That's the price. Yeah, he gets about 150 US FOB, I think, from memory. That's FOB Tasmania.
And sodium silicate, is that similar?
Sodium silicate is a chemical. What's the question there, Thomas?
The pricing for that, is there a similar price to liquid crystal glass sand, or?
Oh, you mean sand to make sodium silicate?
Yes.
Yeah. To make sodium silicate, you need generally a quartz with a silica and soda ash to make it. It depends. There are commodity grade sodium silicates, and there are high purity grades of sodium silicate. So it depends on which grade you're talking about. For a normal commodity grade sodium silicate, you'd use just a normal glass grade sand, as I said, about 25 US a tonne FOB. For a higher grade, you might get another $10, maybe $15 a tonne.